Monday morning. We're about to get our upper body lift in. More importantly, it is week 1 of marathon training. I'm going to do everything I can to take you guys along with me this season. If you've been following me on Instagram, I have tried in the past to take you guys along every step of the way. Things get hard. Not only does prep get hard, the season gets hard. It always falls during the holidays. Things just get chaotic. School, holiday season, marathon prep, it's a lot. I'm going to do my best and take you guys along with me for my 3rd full marathon prep. This season is going to be a little bit different. My husband and I will actually be doing 2 different training plans. We have never trained separately. This will be our first full marathon training plan being done separately. He will be using the Runna app and I will be using the PFITS method. We both have some major goals. We will be cutting off a large amount of time on each of our marathons. But we're here and we're ready, and we are entering in what we think is our running prime. We are injury-free, knock on wood. We feel great. We didn't start too early, which was definitely an issue we had in the past. So hopefully this works in our favor this season. It's an 18-week program, very intense, high mileage, but we're ready. I mentioned that I will be doing the PFITS method. I will go a little bit more in depth in that, maybe a little later in this video, if not in my next video. I'm going to work very, very hard on getting out weekly updates, so I'm not bombarding you guys with daily trainings, but at least once a week, going through what my week looked like, fueling, running, planning, sleep. Rest is super important. It's going to be super important, especially for my joints. Super excited for this season. I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be tough. There will be tears. There will be doubt, but we got this. So in this video, I kind of just wanted to recap the last week or 2 leading into marathon prep and what that kind of looked like. About 2 weeks ago, we continued with CrossFit. We started to run a little more intentionally. Last week, we definitely upped our mileage, ran with much more intention, and kind of backed down on the CrossFit. On that note, we will definitely be backing off on the CrossFit. We're going to be having lift days, but with the amount of endurance training we will be doing for marathon prep, there will no longer be CrossFit days, unless it's something that would benefit us as a runner, unilateral movements, things like that we want to strengthen certain areas as a runner, then we're definitely going to sprinkle those in. But again, we're training intentionally, we're training smart. When we need the rest, we're taking the rest, things like that. Let's get into it. I'm super excited, guys. I can't wait to take you guys along this season. I think this season is going to be the best. And we're done. That was day one, week one. I'm already noticing that Mondays will probably be my easiest day, being that it's just a lift day, upper body. I love training upper body. Here we go. All right, so I am having my yogurt bowl now. This morning I had my usual 2 eggs with anywhere between 70 to 80 grams of sourdough. I am in a cutting phase. I was in a cutting phase for about 6 weeks now, and I will continue to stay in my cutting phase for about another week or 2, even with marathon training. I know I'm gonna get some heat for this. You should not undereat or be in a cutting phase during marathon training. I get that. I am actually going to be feeling it out for the next week or 2. Obviously, if I feel like I am bonking in my runs, I'm going to up my calorie intake, but I will continue to measure my food. Even when I do increase my calories, I'm no longer in a caloric deficit, but I also want to make sure that I'm not under eating. So I'm going to, again, continue to weigh out my foods and just, continue with the same clean, whole foods that I've been eating in a caloric deficit. Let's eat. Good morning, guys. It's day 1 of marathon prep, and we are starting off with a Mandarin Tailwind, no caffeine. We are raw dogging this morning. I just want to make sure that I am fully fueled, not necessarily caffeinated. I will be doing it on the treadmill, 8 miles, 4 at lactate threshold. Let's go. That was so freaking hard. That was really hard. Not the 8 miles, but the lactate threshold. I did not do all 4 in a row. I did 2. Let's back up. I did 3 warm-up miles, 2 lactate threshold, half a mile at a slower pace, and then followed up with the 2 lactate threshold. I think I did take a break about 1.5 miles into the last 2. It was rough. That was really hard. I never actually hit my lactate threshold, and honestly, I could let it bring me down, but it's only day 1, week 1. We have so many runs to go. I'll see you guys. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday. We have made it to Wednesday. Yesterday was the longest day ever. Last week, we got rained out of pretty much every activity we had planned, whether it be soccer, baseball, what have you. This week, we have not had anything canceled yet. And yesterday, being that it was a run day, I was up at the crack of dawn. 4 a.m. alarm went off. We got our 8 miles in and just hit the ground running. We went from 8 miles in the morning, wake up, school drop off, work, gymnastics, work again, pick up, came home, did homework. We had soccer, baseball, finally got home at about 7:30 when we could all be together and have dinner, bath time, bedtime, and we finally laid our heads down at 10:30 last night. So it was a long day to say the least, but we did it. We survived. I can confirm that my lift days will definitely be my easy day. Running that many miles in the middle of the week is rough. We've got some really, really early starts in order to finish by 6:30 in time to wake up my son. So that's gonna take some tweaking. I have already learned that I should prep everything the night before, regardless if it's a run day or a lift day. Even just my pre-workout for a lift day like today just saves a few minutes. So I'm definitely going to be prepping that all the night before, just to give myself that chance in the morning to kind of start off slower. Again, my lift days are just going to be so much easier. This morning my alarm didn't go off until 5 versus 4. That hour makes a huge difference. I'm definitely excited to be lifting today. Monday we had a push day. Today we have a pull day. So we've got pull-ups, We've got dumbbell rows, barbell rows, deadlifts. So I'm excited. I like back day. I love shoulders. I also like back. I really like upper body. So yesterday, I'm probably going to be updating my run days the following day. Again, my run days start really, really early. We've got to be out of here on time in order to get my son to school. With the miles increasing, it's going to get harder and harder. So we will probably have updates the following day. On that note, yesterday we had 8 miles, 4 at LT. I'm going to be completely honest, I never hit my actual LT. My heart rate never went above 158 at the pace I was running, and that was really hard for me. So to be running that much faster for 4 miles straight, I don't know that I would have been able to hit it. Start off our morning with a tailwind, and then during our run we fueled with Cliff Blocks. I did not use my Precision Fuel, although I wanted to use my Precision Fuel, of course, because it's absolutely delicious and I would recommend to anyone. Obviously test your fuel, don't go by anyone's recommendations. Always test your fuel prior to runs. On several runs, long runs, fast runs, short runs, easy runs, please always test your fuel. Don't just go by what Joe Schmo or your best friend said because they think it's delicious and it works for them. It may not work for you. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get into my lift and probably see you guys later on today. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for 9 miles. Okay, this hair deserved a before and after, and unfortunately I didn't do a before, but here's an after. I had to document the fact that I did my hair, and we are gearing up for second shift because it's only Wednesday and it has already hit me that I've been waking up between the hours of 4 and 5 a.m. for the last 3 days and really killing my workouts. Again, lifting day was so much easier than a running day, but we have another 9 miles tomorrow, which means we will be up at 4 a.m. Yes, that 1 hour was really nice, but that's okay. So actually, I did my hair because we have something to do tonight. We have open house for my son. It is disgusting out. It is currently lightning storm, not yet raining, but we will definitely have rain. So I'll try and pop on so I can show you guys after what my hair looks like if I make it to open house dry or coming out looking like a wet dog. It did not get rained on. I am now running from curriculum night to the second half of my son's baseball game. So yay, mom life and marathon prep. I'm here for the player, but the coach is kind of hot. Good morning. So guess who prepped her fuel last night, but forgot to pack her clothes and socks and everything else she would need at 4 o'clock this morning. We'll get there. It's only the first week. I think we'll finally get into routine probably 2 or 3 weeks down the road. I'm just happy we're out here. We're waking up at 4 a.m. We're getting out here at 4:30. I snoozed my alarm probably about 15 minutes. I really wish I didn't do that, so I have like 2 minutes to talk to you guys. But yesterday was another late one. We had open house and then we had a baseball game. Actually, they were at the same time, but my husband and I conquered, as we do. Today we have another tailwind to try. This is the watermelon with lime. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I think I'm still going to stick to, for my caffeinated, the raspberry, and I'm still trying to find a non-caffeinated. If I don't, it's not a huge deal because I do like the 70 milligrams of caffeine. I don't think that's a lot, even on my Generobic, because the caffeine really does spike my heart rate for my Generobic days. Speaking of Generobic, we have 9 Generobic miles today. So we really do need to get out there because the slower miles obviously take a little longer, and I have got to be back at 6:30 to get my son up for school. I think that's pretty much it. I will take you guys out there with me as soon as the sun starts coming up so we can run a couple miles together. But otherwise, I'll probably see you guys after, if not at lunch. We are stocking up. I am trying to create a stockpile for this season so that I never run out. I'm obsessed with the Precision Fuel. The flavor is absolutely delicious. So currently I am using the Precision Fuel and Clif Blocks, and then for my carbs and electrolytes prior, I'm using the Tailwind drink mix. Fueling is one thing that always spikes my heart rate. So I was stopping to fuel originally, but now I've decided to continue walking because I don't want to stop my watch. So obviously I was stopping my watch to fuel, but we are back in the zone, so let's go. Mile 6, fuel number 2, 9 miles done. I wouldn't say it was my best run, wasn't my worst run. It felt easy, but the minute I start fueling, the minute I leave my neighborhood, my heart rate just skyrockets. So we worked really, really hard to maintain that zone 2. And I'm proud. I think we did pretty good. I'll share like my stats or my paces and my zones so you guys can take a look at them. See you guys later. All right, so I am setting up to get some work done, but I had to come back to you guys because with the way my legs feel right now, you would have thought I've never ran 9 miles before in my life. It was easy miles at that. So honestly, other than the fact that I annihilated my back and my hamstrings yesterday, I can't think of a reason that I am in so much pain right now. Hopefully things get a little bit better. I have my 3 shots of espresso. I'm going to put on one of my favorite YouTubers and get some work done, and I will see you guys a little bit later.
meals feel a little different today. I kind of skipped breakfast. Immediately post-run, I had a Nuri, so I still had my 30 grams of protein immediately after my workout. But then we had to take my mom home, so by the time I got home, got started with work, I had my 3 shots of espresso, much needed after 4 early days. And then I ended up actually having my lunch at like 10:30, so I did kind of like a brunch thing. We are out of eggs, so that's one thing. I need to go to Whole Foods later. I need to get eggs, I need to get sourdough. I literally just placed a Walmart order of almost $300, and we're still out of stuff. Like, I don't understand. How does that happen? But anyways, I'm going to enjoy my bowl, my yogurt bowl. Same thing, just different day. We've got, instead of our typical blueberry, blackberry, we did strawberries today with our 28 grams of granola protein and the Nate's raw honey. I do about 10 grams. I don't do a full serving of the honey. I really don't need that much. I feel like it tastes just as good, so why not use less? We came to Whole Foods for eggs and sourdough and got rained out, so grab lunch and hang out till the rain stops. It's not pretty. This is. Good morning, you guys. I have no idea where we left off yesterday. I think we were trapped in Whole Foods, and then soccer was canceled. Everything was canceled, and I pretty much went into hibernation mode and shut the world out. It was so nice to be able to do nothing last night. My body is so sore. It's only the first week and I am really suffering. But I'm happy. As demonic as that sounds, I'm suffering, but I'm happy. Today, I think we're going to take a rest day. I could have either made today leg day or rest day. And then tomorrow we have 4 recovery miles and then 12 easy miles on Sunday. So I'm thinking of doing, for this week, because every week the schedule will change. For the first 2 weeks, we don't run on Wednesdays, and then we do run on Wednesdays. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to the schedule until I can actually get used to it. But with 4 recovery miles on Saturday, tomorrow, I think I'm going to do legs after. Will I regret it on Sunday? Who knows? We'll find out. So I'm about to eat my breakfast. Pretty much the same thing. Like I said, I won't really be changing anything except for when I know I have a ton of miles the next day or two. I will up my carbs and my caloric intake. But for now, we're sticking to the 2 eggs, 70 grams of sourdough toast, and my coffee. I do regular creamer, not sugar-free. I do not like sugar-free. If you've seen my full day of eating in the past, you know that I just do regular coffee mate, hazelnut creamer, and I don't regret it. I feel the egg ick coming on, so I'm really happy that we are getting into a run training program because I can really up my carb intake and have other things. I've been doing either 2 fried eggs or 1 whole egg with egg whites scrambled, and I'm just throwing in a bunch of stuff just to make it taste better. I do hard-boiled eggs. It doesn't matter. I just eventually, and like I said, I've been doing this cutting phase for 6 or so weeks, so it's been a lot of egg. And I'm not an egg person to begin with, so the egg ick is real, and it's definitely starting to show its ugly head again. We'll see. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. I will talk to you guys later. I'm probably going to do like an active rest day. I want to try out the GoWOD app, and then I will let you guys know how I like it. I've done an app like this before in the past. When I was coaching CrossFit, we used ROMWOD. That no longer exists. It may be GoWOD now, I don't know. But essentially it's the same thing, just kind of a active rest day, long stretches, things like that. I want to get myself ready for the 16 total miles that I have this weekend. Yay. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast and I will see you guys a little later. Alright, so today is a complete self-care, rest and recovery day for the 16 miles that we have ahead. I am multitasking, eye masks, making lunch, again with just things I had prepped and a bag of frozen veggies. Honestly, it does not have to be that hard. The biggest thing for me is tracking. I have been tracking, like I've said already several times, for about 6 or 7 weeks now. It's made a huge change in my body composition. Obviously the muscle was there, I was putting in the work, but what I was putting in my mouth was more than I was burning, so I did have a little bit of fluff, a little layer of fluff that I wanted to get rid of, so tracking has made a big difference there. I will continue to track with marathon training, but more so to make sure I'm eating enough, not under eating for my training sessions, because you tend to do that too. And of course, make sure I'm eating enough of the right foods. So make sure you're drinking your water. That's a huge thing. I have not been drinking enough water. Definitely have not been drinking enough water this week, especially with the last 2 run training days. I sweat a lot and we need to replenish those electrolytes. I saw a post not too long ago. It was like a carousel post about a guy who had said your average American should not be intaking 1,000 milligrams of sodium like these drinks like LMNT and things like that have. And there was like so many aha moments in the comments that it blew my mind. I didn't think this was something that needed to be mentioned. Obviously, your average American should not be consuming that much sodium. But when you are training in these summer months, the way a runner trains, or even a lifter, if you're training in a garage, Florida, the humidity, the amount of sweat and electrolytes you lose must be replenished in order to recover. And that sodium is the transport for your cells to hydrate properly. And it blew my mind to see in the comments how many people were like, oh wow, you're absolutely correct. I don't think an average American, no, your average American should not be consuming 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That's all I have for you, so I'm gonna get my lunch now. Okay, not me weighing my veggies. Why am I weighing my veggies? I should eat this entire thing. I could eat this entire thing. I just love vegetables. It's definitely not a difficult thing for me to put down. My 3-year-old loves vegetables too, so we share that bag. See you guys later. Okay, this is why I'm telling you guys to weigh out your food, because I legit have calories and macros to fill, and I'm filling it with ice cream and a rice cake.
Good morning, you guys. So we have made it to Saturday. Yesterday ended up being a complete rest and recovery day. We did not do any physical activity. I got a lot of work done. I needed to catch up on a lot of work. I was able to get all that done. I did not get to a ROMWOD, or a GOWOD. I mixed the two up. It used to be called ROMWOD, now it's called GOWOD. I did not get to a GOWOD. When I do, I promise I will come back with my feelings on that. Other than that, we have 4 recovery miles today, and I could not be happier. We also have a leg day planned after that. I would like to get my leg day in today since I did not decide to do it yesterday. Nothing crazy. Again, we are training for a full marathon. We are no longer training to lift heavier, but we are training in order to improve our running. So things will look a little different. Our squats will be lighter, our movements will be more unilaterally focused. Things like that will change. Maybe some plyometrics. You want to train that quick change, those pivots, things like that to strengthen your knees, quads, hamstrings, all those supporting muscles. Also, we want to keep the booty up. So we had one run season that we completely dried up. So we don't want to do that again. Other than that, we've got 4 recovery miles. Tomorrow we have 12 easy miles. Today we will be on the treadmill, and tomorrow we will be outside. So tomorrow we will start a little earlier. Today, being that it was only 4 miles, I got to sleep in. It was glorious. I feel so refreshed. It was just one of those nights where you feel you slept so good, and all of a sudden it's morning. Like, morning came up real quick. We got a busy weekend. I wouldn't say busy weekend. We have a busy Saturday. We've got lots of things to do today, so I'm glad we only have 4 miles. Quick little leg day, and then we've got to get to baseball. We've got haircuts for my son and my husband, which is immediately after baseball, so my daughter and I will be going with them. But in that same plaza, they have put in a Spirit Halloween. So I'm super excited because my daughter is obsessed with all things spooky, all things Halloween. So she loves going to Spirit. And then after that, I think that's it. We have a BJ's stop real quick just for a couple of our favorites that have already ran out. And I think that is it. I think there's one more stop, but I can't remember what it was. Baseball, haircuts, Spirits, BJ's, home. I just want to be home. I got 12 miles on Sunday morning, so I want to be home, resting, icing my knees, getting ready for those 12 miles. And then on Sunday, we have already decided we are doing wings and football, and we are not moving from the couch. Hopefully all things go as planned, and we have an awesome and productive weekend. I will see you guys in a little bit. We've got 4 miles and leg day to get to. Guys, I forgot my watch. So I had to go back inside and get my watch, and nobody said anything. I only realized because I was watching back my video because, you know, I don't want to look stupid because someone might judge me. So I have to watch back my videos. But also, before you judge me, I am wearing the same shorts as yesterday. But that's okay too because I didn't do anything yesterday. Therefore, they are not dirty. Therefore, I will dirty them now with my 4 miles. All right, that's all. Okay, so remember when I said I was excited to start including other things, other variations of breakfast, because now we are in a running block. A thick and fluffy waffle with a serving of the 0 sugar Cool Whip and blackberries on top. That alone will make eating eggs so much better, because remember I said I felt the egg ick coming on. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but for now, this will do.
Go, buddy! We literally just walked in the door and it started to downpour. And we are back home. So, plans have changed drastically. After baseball, let's rewind. Before we even left the house for baseball, my husband ended up getting called in for work. So we knew at that point we were going to be rushing from baseball to haircuts to back home. Long story short, we had to divide and conquer as we normally do. He went straight to his haircut with my son, and my daughter and I went to BJ's because we still needed to get those. We needed a few vital items, so we had to go to BJ's, unfortunately. After that, he calls me that he's gotten another call, in which case he now needs to be there earlier than he thought. So from there, I had to race home, unload all of our groceries, then race over to Chick-fil-A, because at this point it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, and none of us have had lunch, so we are all starving. After that, I race back with his scrubs and his lunch to trade. I took my son. He took his lunch and his scrubs. Now he's headed over to the hospital, and we are finally home. So my plan for the rest of today is to prep for my 12 miles tomorrow. I wanted to take you guys with me to BJ's and just all that other stuff, because this is meant to be a mom life marathon prep. So just so we can see how chaotic life can be while still marathon prepping. At this point, I am going to have my coffee, ice my knees, and start prepping for tomorrow morning. I will definitely be preparing my fuel along with my pre-run fuel, so my electrolytes and my either the waffle or blueberry RX bar. I've really been liking the blueberry RX bar with the Tailwind combination that I've been doing. That seems to be working really well. So I would probably stick to that and not test something new for that many miles, and being that I will be running on my own. So I'm going to probably stick to that tomorrow morning. But again, I'll take you guys with me. For now, I'm going to go and relax and ice my knees and get ready for 12 miles.
Good morning, you guys. Happy long run day. Today we have 12 miles on deck. I've already had my pre-run waffle. I am drinking my Tailwind. Today we have the lemon flavor. It's pretty good, very mild. I wouldn't say it has a very strong flavor. And then our plan for today is 2 Precision Fuel and some Clif Bloks. I'm currently fueling every 30 minutes or 3 miles, so whichever one comes first. Our plan for our run originally was to do 2 6-mile loops. I'm feeling like that's a little risky, being that this is my first long run alone. Coming back after 6 miles, it's very risky. At that point, I may just call it quits. I know myself all too well. I have not hit that mental toughness yet in my training, being that it is only week 1. So I'm pretty sure we're going to just go out for the full 12-mile loop and force ourselves to go out and back. Aside from that, I'm gonna get a good stretch in, really good warm up. I wanna make sure we're not locking up out there after having done legs yesterday. So I wanna make sure that I am moving all that lactic acid out. That was a tough one. I guess I'll see you guys out there for 12 miles.
Mile 1. Done. 12 miles in the books. That was overall a really good first long run. I felt strong the entire time. The first 4 miles, I would say, were probably the biggest struggle with pace and keeping my heart rate below or in a zone 2. The zone 2, I was teetering at the top of the zone 2 pretty much the entire time. But once I hit that 4-mile threshold, the miles felt great. I'll show my paces and then you'll see that in the middle there, my paces were a little faster. My average pace was 10:19. I finished in 2:03:45. It was a very successful first long run. Hey guys, so I kind of just wanted to close out the week with you guys. I didn't want to leave you hanging from my run this morning. We had all these plans this afternoon to watch football and just have wings and enjoy our relaxing Sunday. We had a little bit of a wrench thrown in, just kind of a little bit of a family emergency, but all is well. We're doing okay. But I just wanted to kind of close out the week with a little recap, and that just goes to show why we do things when we have the time, why we get the things done early when we can, because you never know what life's going to throw at you. You never know what the day's going to throw at you. So I'm very, very happy that I was able to get my run in this morning. I'm also very, very happy that I was available for my family when I was. So I think we had a great week. I think we had amazing workouts. Our lifts were good. We were sore in all the right places. Our runs were really good as well. I feel like we hit all of our goals this week, even though we didn't exactly hit the paces that were recommended. But again, it's week 1, so I'm not gonna allow myself to feel any type of way about not hitting those goals. It's only week 1. We have 17 weeks to go, many, many miles ahead of us, and there's going to be days like that. So overall, I think it was a great week. I think we fueled properly. I think we recovered well. I think we trained with intention, and that's all I can ask for. So I'm excited to start week 2 tomorrow, and again, bring you guys along with me. Have a good night.